to Manifest Your Mr. Right with Cecian. I'm Cecian, your host. Today's topic is part of the self-concept series. We're specifically speaking about values today. A person's personal values is part of their self-concept. What are your personal values as a woman? What are the values that you would like to see in your ideal man? Your ideal man has to be compatible with you in terms of your values, right? Your values as a woman will enable you to attract that type of man that you're compatible with. So stay tuned as we will dive into this topic in a minute. Hi ladies, baby, I'm back again. Let's dive into this topic. Okay, as people we have cultural, moral, religious values, okay? We have traditional values, we have conservative values, we have liberal values, right? All these values are in terms of how you're brought up. What is the things that you learned in at home, in school, the values that you made your own, basically. In our home, our parents have values, right? These values are then taught to the children, and as children we learn these values from our family members, from our mothers, our cousins, and everybody else, and from our fathers. And then at school we learn more values there of integrity, of honesty, being on time, being time conscious. That's all learned values. However, as human beings we tend to choose our values that are in line with who we want to be, right? So when people choose values, they choose who they want to be. It's part of their self-concept. Okay, so when you're meeting somebody, right, online or even physically to date that person has his own values, his own experience of values, right? So the idea is to speak in relationships, speak to your partner about what are your core values, because our values are important because they help us grow and develop as people. They help us to create the future we want to experience, right? So that is why values are so important. Our life decisions are based on our value system. As a woman, we choose our men relating to our core values. And sometimes we neglect our values and we compromise our values. So if you value somebody who's religious and God-loving and kind, full of integrity and stuff like that, if you compromise on that and choose a man who doesn't have those values, he doesn't mirror the same values that you have, and that the values that you value, actually, you need to value these values. They must be important to you. Then you choose according to those values, and that's where the problem comes in today's society, right? People are moving away from the moral value code, and it's all about do whatever you want to do, hurt other people and get away with it, just do what you want to do. There's no sense of moral compass anymore. And when it comes to relationship, ladies, to avoid the trap of being hurt is to keep to your moral values. What are your values? Right? And I'll speak about a number of values. We're speaking about here love, brotherhood, respect for others, including plants and animals. And I'm talking about respect. I'm talking about respect for everything that's living here, ladies. Somebody who's compassionate and have love will have love and understanding for every being, any being, let it be a plant or an animal, right? You have honesty, sincerity, trustworthiness, non-violence attitude, gratitude, tolerance, sense of responsibility, cooperation. That's where the problem comes in, is that people are moved away from these core values. So when you are choosing a partner, choose in line with your own values. If you value a partner that believes in integrity, and he believes that in a relationship he's going to be full of integrity, he's going to be honest to you, he's going to only be dating you or only married to you, and he'll only have a commitment to you only, then you need to choose a type of man that believes in that. If you believe in that, then you should choose a man that believes in it, because at the end of the day, you don't want to end up like in the booth scenario whereby Sonia married a man for many years, and then in that time he was actually cheating on her because the values that she had, he doesn't have those values. And we think, you say, oh God, this guy's a bad guy, but all those things that she wants, he doesn't see that. You understand? In any other relationship where there's cheating, you know, the idea is that it's all about integrity. If you believe in having one man, your husband should believe in having one woman. A lot of women are marrying men that don't believe in having one woman. He wants to have multiple amounts of women. Why so? Because that's his value. And you cannot change a person's moral values. He has to change them on his own. That's why we have failed marriages and failed relationships, and now people are going on social media and putting all their problems out there, because at the end of the day, they feel like they're victims. You see, the whole idea is that no one's a victim in this life. We all choose according to who we are, right? And then, unfortunately, we tend to neglect our core values, right, and be more focused on the money, the comforts, the security, maybe even the fame that marriage brings you. But the person that you're married to hasn't got the same value as you. You're not compatible. Having the same values is about compatibility here. If you're an honest person, you have no business being with somebody who's not honest. If you are a person with integrity, you have no business to being married and connected and committed to a person who has no integrity, because there's always going to be problems, because it's like a pull and push here, a pull of push of values. So you need to choose a partner who's in line with your values, right? Your life values, who you are. If you are a loving, kind person and you value love and kindness, then you should choose a partner who has love and kindness. If you value honesty, then you need to choose a partner that values honesty and integrity and truthfulness and non-violence. Yes, that's the key word these days, because now we have gender-based violence against women. So when you choose a man, do you check and see this person if that person has violent tendencies? If you value non-violence, then you should choose a person that doesn't have violent tendencies. And I know there's this concept whereby, oh no, he wasn't like that when I dated him, he's changed. The thing is that you are not open to learning your man. You are not open to learning who you with. When I got married, even before I got married, I dated my man, right? I learned about him. I did things and said things to trigger, to see how he's gonna react, because at the end of the day, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. Right, you need to know that your man is not a violent person, because you value non-violence, and you don't resolve your problems with violence. You value communication, and this person that you with must also value communication, honest communication. You can sit together. All those is all about values. If you value being responsible as a responsible person, right, you need to choose a person or a partner who's also responsible, or at least has a degree of responsibility. You see, the whole idea here, ladies, there's no perfection. However, we can try for what we really want in our men, in terms of our own self-concept and our own values, and that will solve a lot of problems these days in relationships. Because really, it's sad to see people choosing partners that they're not compatible with, because at the end of the day, you are unhappy because you chose the wrong man, and you blaming the man for everything. That man doesn't value a one partner relationship. He values the freedom of having multiple partners while being in a committed relationship. That should be discussed and seen to when you're sort of dating. And ladies, a man will always be honest. A man will always be a cheater. If he's a cheater now, he's always been a cheater, and it's simple as that. There's nothing where a man can become a cheater after marriage only. No, he's always been a cheater. That's not, being honest and having one part is not part of his core value. It might be your part of your values, and he might say with his mouth that, oh, I love you, you'll only be the only person that I want. But really, ladies, the idea of marriage is that you shouldn't be shocked with what you get in a marriage. It's like opening a gift on a Christmas morning, and you don't know what to get, but you know what you desire. And when you get that thing, then you, as soon as you see it's not for you, walk away. Don't stay into the drama of the whole relationship that's failing. And it becomes more complicated when there's children. You see, that's where the problem comes in. I think in most relationships, people get stuck when there's children. In most cases, men that don't value integrity and honesty, when they see their children suffering in this whole mess up of their relationship that's gone sour because of his inability to have integrity, he's cheating, he doesn't care about the children, because that's not his value. His value is not honesty, it's not integrity. You see, ladies, so this is an interesting topic. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope it was insightful and informative. So if you want to get hold of me, you can get hold of me on my social media. Instagram, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook as well, and I've got a website, and I'm on YouTube. So I will leave all my links on below. Thank you. Bye.